Episode 5, The First Spark. I had to redeem that voice, by the way, I'm just saying. I was so sad, by the way. Astrea Detective Agency. The dawn rays enveloped the guest, dissolving the edges of his body in painfully bright glow. It was as if the sun itself was fighting against his presence in this world. Where is it, Audrey? Where is the book? For the first time, not knowing the answer brought a relief. I have to look away to reply. I don't know. Malik moved towards her slowly, smoothly, as if in a dream. What do I do? Threaten him? Try to escape? Stand your ground. How do you stand your ground? Audrey met his gaze and lifted her chin bravely. The book is not in my room. If you don't believe me, you can look for it. Do you think I came here to conduct a search? I came to talk. Alex Ward's voice scraped through his throat in eerie, rasping sounds. It seemed as if he was ill, as if every word he spoke caused him pain. I'll give you time, but not much. We'll bring the book to the church where I brought you, then fell. And believe me, that will be the simplest and most painless path for you all. Audrey was far more shocked by his presence than the offer. She asked, are there other options? Of course. Many of them, the ones where I find and retrieve the book myself. And you won't like any of them. Malik saw her hesitation and hurried to give her more motivation to fulfill his request. Audrey, this is not about whether you are with me or against me. You Asturians will either return what you stole, or you will die. There was nowhere left to retreat to. Audrey pressed her back against the wall. How did you survive? With difficulty. But trust me, you'll have a much harder time surviving. She swallowed hard. Frenzied thoughts swirled in her mind. They convinced her that fulfilling this request was possible. I won't be able to steal anything from them. I'm just a human. He sighed wearily. I'm not asking you to return the book in secret, Audrey. You Astrians are such a remarkable team. Tell Malik everything I've told you and everything I'm about to tell you. The apocalypse has already begun. It cannot be stopped. And I promise that from now on, every day will be full of surprises for you. Malik spoke with difficulty, as if he had to force the words out of his mouth. He flinched slightly, and a thought flashed through her mind. Probably hasn't recovered from the battle, otherwise he wouldn't be talking to me. He would have gone straight to Mikhail or Raphael with his army of the dead. Malik finished talking and moved away. I'll tell them you were here, but it won't change anything. Oh, it will. And each new day will convince you to make the right decision. What is he planning? The clock is ticking. Does he really believe he can intimidate Mikhail? That's impossible. Possible if you know how to push him. Unthinkable to me. I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with impossible. Mikhail will never return the book to him, no matter what's at stake. Another thud came from Raphael's room. Malik's eyes glowed with a wicked light. Looks like your angel is regaining his strength as well. You must have plenty of questions. Fear ran on her spine like icy needles. She barely moved her stiff feet as she stepped in front of the bedroom door. As if I could really stop him. Malik's gaze followed her movements with amusement. How quickly would the others come running if I screamed? Oh, how fearsome! I have no intention of harming your angel. Not today. I don't believe you. Well, don't strain your vocal cords, Audrey, and don't rush to pit us against each other again. All in good time. Audrey listened again. She was distracted by the muffled sound of footsteps. Is someone coming? But when she turned back to her guest, he was already gone. He disappeared just as suddenly as he had appeared. Did he vanish into thin air? Audrey wasted no time searching the room. She rushed to Raphael. She didn't find anyone in the hallway, and then she burst into the angel's room without knocking. She found him attempting to get up. But, judging by the overturned nightstand, it was proving difficult for him. Raphael, well, clearly she got dressed. He turned towards the sound of her voice. He clung to it with a weary, lost expression as he swayed. Audrey ran up to him as quickly as if she had grown wings behind her back. She wrapped her arms around his waist and helped him back into bed. She sat beside him and studied his pale face anxiously. How are you feeling? Not great, to be honest. I'll recover quickly. How is everyone? What did I miss? Oh. The summary was brief. Audrey was in a hurry to take care of the resurrected angel, but Raphael convinced her to share all the news first. He listened to her attentively and then passively. Only at the moment of mention of Astrea did his face flicker with sadness. And this morning, Malik visited me. He gave us time to think and urged us to return the book. Should I sound the alarm? Raphael shook his head. He's still too weak, Audrey. He survived a strike from the sphere. For now, he is no threat to us. But which one of us will recover faster? And that's the question. Audrey waved off his further attempts to pry for details. She ran to the kitchen. She brought him water and a light breakfast. She made sure he ate every last crumb. Now what? Will the immortals descend to help us? Should we warn the humans? What do we do next? Excuse me. Descend to help us. Let's try that one. I'm afraid not, Audrey. Malik said the apocalypse has begun. It didn't seem like an empty threat. Who is he, Raphael? Why is even Astrea afraid of him? She's his mother. Mother. He leaned his head against the wall and closed his eyes. You know, I never heard Father's voice. Even at the brink of death, he didn't come to meet me. Just as he never came to Astrea back then. Audrey tried to imagine Raphael's feelings. Something inside her soul echoed with a dull, long-buried pain. My father also watched everyone die. Did nothing. He waited for me to swallow poison and smiled, convinced of his own righteousness. Rage boiled in her chest. It was such a seething anger that she wanted to scream at heaven. You are not a weapon in his hands. Astrea did nothing to deserve this. You are not pawns that he created in hopes of an interesting game. And it's high time that you stepped off this board. Raphael smiled weakly at her blasphemous words. The power will kill me if it doesn't find an outlet, sooner or later. Father doesn't repeat his mistakes, and I'm much better secured than Astrea. I can't leave the board. What? Don't be so afraid. I have time and a purpose. Isn't that all anyone can dream of? No, you can dream for more. The sarcasm in his voice told her that he didn't believe it himself. Audrey hesitated. He's having doubts. That's good, isn't it? But I have nothing to offer him to replace his lost faith. The conversation seemed to be over. Raphael closed his eyes in exhaustion. Audrey stood up. She gathered the empty dishes she had brought from the kitchen. Get some rest, Raphael. I'll tell the others, or Michael, to come see you, all right? All right, Audrey. Thank you. Before going downstairs to see her superior, Audrey went to her room to change. Could we have done that before seeing Raphael? Fortunately, Malik didn't interrupt her this time. Alright, let's see what we got. Leather pants, interesting top, lace skirt, mini skirt, white with gold, sundress. Well, okay, so it all just keeps going back. It still keeps the Addams Family vibe. You know what? Actually, I kind of like the necklace though. Necklaces are nice, but I'm gonna go with lace skirt. Why not? Keeps the vibe, doesn't it? I really don't want to change her hair. Please don't make me. She also fixed her hair. No, she didn't. Titmoose? Light. Dark. Dark. Light. Swallow dark. Swallow light. Sparrow. Oh, fine. Technically, if you think about it, yeah, no, we're gonna go with that one. When you let the pigtails go, all that hair comes out, right? After thinking about it, Audrey decided to touch up her makeup as well. Did she, though? Bronze. Silver. Gold. Keep your current makeup. You'll let me keep my current makeup, but you won't let me keep my current hair and outfit. I know I can change them, don't at me. Perfect. Audrey spent the walk to Mikkel's office, lost in thought about the fate of the book. Her thoughts were conflicted, but she was certain of one thing. I don't understand that, and it's in kind of Russian, so Nin must continue to decode it. If she is the chosen one, the book should be given to her, but in secret. Always protective of her privacy, the hallway broke its usual silence this time. A lone trill through the stillness. Is that a cricket? The proximity of the garden easily explained the presence of the tiny guest. Audrey paid it no mind, but the sound came again. Seems like someone is calling for help. Audrey watched her step carefully to avoid crushing the insect as she followed the faint call. The cricket was right by the door that she needed. Well, hello there. Oh look, it's a cricket. You're a little too big to be... Wait, what even are you? Audrey recognized it as a locust and offered it a helping hand. As soon as the guest spotted her hand, it jumped away. Yeah, well, buddy, I definitely can't help you like this. Audrey didn't even try to catch it. She returned to the office door. The locust followed her. Audrey shrugged and knocked. When she heard no response, she pushed open the door. Okay. Along with the light, a deafening noise burst forth. The door had somehow concealed it until now. A swarm of locusts flickered before eyes with extraordinary loud chittering sound. Thank you, developers, for not making us endure said sound. The room had transformed into a living organism. Every object inside had come to life, as if the bowels of the house had been sliced open. A pulsating wave of insects crawled over them. The horrifying sight momentarily robbed Audrey of speech. What the hell? It was simply impossible to make out a person's figure in the chaos. Close the door. I don't think Michaela's in there. Audrey slammed the door shut and backed away slowly, and immediately bumped into someone behind her. Your restraint is admirable. Are you alright? What? Oh, Fell's in the house now, what? Well, why did you come back here? If the others see you. The thought of her colleagues struck her like a blow to the head. Audrey grabbed Fell's hand and pulled her away from the hallway. The nearest room that was free of the locust horde turned out to be the living room. Fell offered no resistance and obligingly followed. She let herself be led inside and sat down on the couch, casually crossing one leg over the other. She clearly wasn't hiding from anyone, nor was she in a rush. What am I supposed to do with her? She stared blankly at Fell's unbothered expression, and as she wrapped her arms around herself, Fell smiled warmly at her. I'm sure you have many questions. You can ask them. We still have some time. Questions, alright. Why did you betray us? Did you find your family? Why did you come here? I'm hoping that we can ask all of them, but if not, why did you betray us? She shrugged lightly. I was never on your side, Audrey. And when the time comes, I'll say goodbye to Malik, too. The only one surprised by what I have done is you. But you understand that the beast is going to destroy the world, don't you? Belle pursed her lips and looked away. You can't even imagine how many times this world has been on the brink of destruction. But as you can see, no one has actually succeeded in making that happen. Ray's eyes widened in horror. That's it? That's your entire excuse? You're helping Malik because you don't believe in him? I'm helping him because he's helping me. The real question is whether you are really on the side of good, Audrey. Unbelievable. Alright, we can't ask them all. Okay, did you find your family? Not exactly. They weren't in hell. But now I know exactly who can help me find them. Is that why she returned to ask Malik or Raphael for help? Weird. Or not Malik, but Michael. I need to have a conversation with Somnus. Oh, Lord. We'll talk, then I'll leave, I promise. He won't let you go that easily, Fel. You don't even know what I'm going to say to him. Do you want me to take you to him? I'll find the way myself, but first, I'll get permission from your knight. He's sneaking up on us from his little garden right now. But peered into the serene greenery, but saw no one. So you're not concerned about the others? Raphael is too weak to put up a fight. And aside from him, no one else is home. But David is alright, and they're all just hiding the book. She shifted nervously from foot to foot. She kept glancing at the garden. Soon. Cassiel didn't take long. Audrey didn't even see where he came from or how. His tall figure emerged beside Fel as if he'd grown out of the ground. I thought I was hallucinating, but you actually showed up here. I want to talk to Somnus. The surprise on Cassiel's face became almost too cartoonish. Has the beast eaten your brain? It's a miracle that I am even speaking to you, Fel. No one in this house will have a conversation with you after what you've done. Oh, they will. Just watch. Even you will let me roam freely through this cursed mansion. Cassiel tensed, stunned by the audacity. Why would I do that? Fel stood gracefully without fear. She approached Cassiel until she was almost close to him. I learned a lot on the other side, Cass. Go on. Look into my eyes. I'll show you why your sister really died. Her words made him recoil. I was there. What more could you possibly tell me? Oh, Malik was impressed to learn that Heaven had pinned that on him, too. I don't know what you were looking for, Cassiel, but your mission had nothing to do with the beast. They sent you into a slaughterhouse and Heaven knew it. They wanted to see what the poison extracted in secret from them was capable of. Then the results impressed them. The demon refused to back down, but there was a flicker of doubt in his voice. That's impossible. I told you the one who made up the story about the beast's laboratory. Who knows what else you are all doing here, hiding behind the guise of protecting mortals? Cassiel grabbed Fel by the collar and yanked her towards him. Their eye contact lasted only a few moments, but that was enough for the demon's expression to change. You could have made him say that. I'll fly to Heaven and find out the truth myself. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. But trust me, none of them will speak to you without a knife at their throat. Then I'll bring a knife. He's going to do what? Cassiel, have you lost your mind? Let's all calm down. Malik could have said anything. Well, if you remember, right, when you look into their eyes, right, if you remember Cassiel, that's how he shared his story about his sister with us, right? So right now, him looking into her eyes, right, she saw whatever. So I'm gonna go with let's all calm down. Cassiel, wait for Mikkel. Please don't do anything reckless. Oh, I think Mikkel will like the story too. Maybe you'll all fly to Heaven together. Cassiel remained silent. He drilled his gaze into Fel, but he's clearly unfazed. She looked like she really did have the truth on her side. The one didn't need the power of the immortals to see the conviction in her eyes. The villa deserves for every creature in Heaven to experience what she went through. And if you get yourself together, I'll be happy to skin every single one involved in her death myself. The room filled with a heavy, oppressive atmosphere, the air thickened with a scent of blood yet to be spilled. We still have an enemy, and it's on the watch, but Fel is turning the immortals against each other. Cassiel, Avila wouldn't want you to die in an attempt to avenge her. Need to be smarter, more calculating. Think of the living first. Mikkel will help you figure this out, but I'm begging you not to be impulsive. Fel didn't push him any further. She wisely held her tongue, and Cassiel hated Audrey's words. I'll handle this, Fel. Leave. As you wish. Unwilling to test Cassiel's patience any further, Fel obediently left the room. Audrey hurried to make sure that Cassiel wasn't about to do anything reckless. It's not every day you find out you were just cannon fodder. Audrey stepped a little closer to Cassiel. She stood right in front of him to draw his attention. She tried to figure out what they were supposed to do next. Mikkel's office is swarming with locusts. I'm not sure, but I think that's Malik's doing. I'll handle it. Audrey decided not to get involved in that confrontation. I guess I'll go and make sure that Somnus and Fel's conversation doesn't turn into a catastrophe. Alright. I think Somnus is in the kitchen. Still visibly lost in thought, the demon nodded. Audrey watched him anxiously as he left. His thoughts are on his sister right now. There was no screams echoing in the hallway. Audrey hoped that was a good sign. Are Somnus and Fel really capable of having a conversation? Somnus is egotistical enough to think he can handle her, so yes, probably. I hope it's not going to end with her trying to burn the house down like last time. Okay. Well, there's blood all over the place. Alright, let's go. But instead of calmly stepping into the kitchen, Audrey practically crashed into it. The moment her foot stepped on the tile, she slid across them, producing a long, unpleasant squeak. Only a miracle and sheer terror kept her from falling. Oh my god. Somnus lay bound with the golden threads in a pool of his own blood. Seemed completely unhinged. She drove her dagger into his body slowly, statically. Again and again. I told you his ego would get him, you know? Answer me, you vile snake. Audrey stepped back towards the exit, intending to fetch Cassiel. Stay where you are, Audrey. I'd rather not harm anyone other than this creature, but I have enough threads for Cassiel and Raphael, too. The golden weave resembled Somnus's whip. It dug into his bony, battered body, rendering the angel unable to move. Why is he still alive? Audrey vaguely recalled an old conversation on the deck of a ship. She absentmindly repeated Fel's words in her head. An immortal can only be killed by another mortal if they wish it. Does that mean she can torture him forever? Answer me. Now she delivered another vicious stab to his bony chest with every scream. At first, the blade meant resistance, scraping against bone. Each new cry, Somnus's body resisted the steel less and less. She's lost her mind. Fel, can't you talk this out peacefully? Fel, they won't forgive you for his death. Please look at me, Fel. Fel, please look at me. He can barely breathe. What could he possibly tell you? Oh, he's much stronger than you think, Audrey. He can feel pain for a very, very long time. The demoness swung again. She plunged the knife to the hilt as smoothly as if into butter. Sickening squelch made Audrey's stomach churn. The blade no longer pierced flesh, but a shredded, bloody mess. Don't be afraid, Audrey, darling. He's not dying. This wretch will not die until I allow him. The frenzy in her voice was far more terrifying than Somnus's mutilated state. His eyes kept rolling back and then widening again in an unbearable agony. Words alone would calm her down. If Fel were human, Audrey would have preferred to sedate her. Patients in this state could be angered by words, but almost never calmed. Then I must appeal to the victim. Audrey caught the angel's clouded gaze. Somnus, Cassiel won't be here anytime soon. Malik made sure to distract him. Fel will have plenty of time to do everything she promised. Don't be idiotic, tell her. You're a fool, Fel. His hoarse voice burst from his throat with a sharp, chilling hiss. Your family is near. They always have been. They are on Earth, the place you have always run from. As we promised, we didn't kill them. But time, perhaps. You made them mortal. The demon roared like a wounded beast and pressed the dagger against his throat. I'll tear your eyes out, leave them under Furious's pillow unless you show me where they are. Cut you into tiny pieces, hide them all over this damned house. Your friend will have to stitch you back together just to bury you. The haze was gone from Somnus's eyes, but the hatred in his words remained. Look. I will show you the place, only because all awaits you there is pain. Whoever survived from your litter will not even remember your face. After a few moments, Fel shoved him aside and closed her eyes. Audrey hoped that this was the end. Belle's next words made it clear that this wasn't. They did nothing. No, they didn't. But we didn't kill them either, as promised. You, Fell, just don't deserve a happy family reunion. This time Fell didn't raise the dagger. She simply pressed it against his throat with terrifying gentleness. Since you all see me as a monster, I might as well be one to the end. No. Audrey lunged at them, adrenaline coursing through her veins. She grabbed Fell's arm with a strength she hadn't known she possessed. Only you know who you are, Fell. Don't let them control you. Don't let them decide for you. The demon froze, her tense hands trembled. Audrey tried to pry the dagger from her fingers, which were slick with blood. I need to get her out of here somewhere, or Somnus is dead. Fell, leave with her. You will not abandon Fell. Your friendship has improved. Fell, I'm coming with you. I'll help you talk to your family. It doesn't matter if their memories were erased. If they're there, they'll recognize you. They'll feel it. The demon loosened her grip, allowing the dagger to be taken from her. You don't have to. It's all right, Fell. It'll be all right. Let's go. Audrey supported Fell, who was staggering slightly with the nerves. She helped the demon to her feet. Somnus will be fine, don't worry. The others will remove the threads. He'll recover. Good. Audrey glanced at the angel. He was unconscious, but his mangled chest still rose and fell. Leaving him in this state felt wrong, but getting Fell out of there was more important. Oh, please, let's hurry. The Astreans could return at any moment. As if snapping out of a trance, Fell followed her. The two of them ran down the hallway in silence. Audrey barely caught the sound of a crackling fire in Mikhail's office, but she didn't call out to Cassiel. I really don't want to help her. We'll take the car, Audrey. Somnus wasn't lying. It's not far from here. A hint of irony bordering on the hysteria flickered in her voice, and then vanished. They have always been there. You'll have to find your own way back. I understand. Her pause fell added. It's not too late to change your mind. I doubt Mikhail will approve of what you're doing. He'll forgive me if I come back alive. She scoffed. Nothing can threaten you when I'm by your side, don't worry. Didn't waste any more time talking. They borrowed David's car. Hope we don't crash it. Well, David won't be happy. But they had barely driven 30 feet from the house when Fell had to slam on the brakes. A dead bird crashed onto the windshield with a loud thud. What the hell? The demon cursed under her breath and got out of the car. Although she didn't share Fell's desire to leave the car, Audrey still followed her lead. Oh. Great. One bird was soon followed by another, and then another. The carcasses continued to fall with the dull thuds. Malik's voice echoed in her mind. And I promise that from now on, every day will be full of surprises for you. Locusts, birds, too many tricks for the first day. Audrey clenched her fists. If he wants the book so badly, let him come and get it himself. Does Malik really think this will convince the Astreans? What's next? Is he going to set a pack of wolves on us tomorrow? The birds aren't falling because of Malik, Audrey. These changes are definitely not his doing. Changes, but what's changing? Everything. Well, I mean, you got locusts, you got birds dying, kind of the end, I guess we'll call it. Fell looked at her with an indescribable sorrow. That look twisted something inside Audrey into a tight knot of fear. Nature itself is preparing to wage war against humanity. As if to confirm her words, The sky split open. An airplane emerged from the dark storm clouds. It approached the ground rapidly with a deafening roar. This is the beginning of the end. I give you... It could have been longer, could have been more detailed. I'm still a little confused on things, but I'll give it a 4. I'm just saying. 4 faith, 0 skepticism, 2 reputation, diamonds. Alright, so let me know your thoughts below. I believe I improved the audio a bit. Let me know your thoughts about that as well. But also remember that if you do enjoy the content that I provide, and as well as me getting back on my feet and doing RC as well as other things, make sure to support the channel, please, in this community that we have here. Aside from that, thank you again for tuning in. Very much appreciated. Love your beautiful faces, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.